Hello.
Yeah.
You're looking a bit sun-kissed, girl.
I am brown. I am golden. I am chill. That's a fucking lie, because I've come back straight to work and it's difficult.
Where have you been, my bronze goddess?
I'm on my honeymoon, honey. Roll the intro, Brian.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome
The Unfiltered Bride podcast. Tips from the top table and beyond.
so you know it's going to be juicy.
This April, Revelry Events are curating an evening out for couples just like you that will be entertaining, informative, and actually fun. And it's not like any other wedding show that you've been to before, because it literally doesn't exist yet. It's a theatre show meets a TED Talk meets a wedding fair, complete with booze, popcorn, music, comedy, booze again, and sitting down. Literally all your favourite things. Your socks are going to be knocked off by the lineup that they have scheduled with some of the best names in the industry. We'll, of course, be there recording a live episode of the podcast and even answering your questions. The doors open at 6 p.m. with canapes, drinks, entertainment, then take your seats for Act 1. Enjoy pizza and other delicious snacks in the interval, and then sit your butts back down for Act 2. Why wouldn't you want to come and see us and loads of other suppliers? So get your tickets over at wedxofficial.com and use our cheeky discount code unfiltered20 for 20% off. See you there.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Thanks for leaving me holding the fort.
I was literally about to say thanks for holding the fort.
Honestly,
Did you miss me?
I don't ever want to talk to you again.
This is awkward because we've got a podcast together. I don't even know, what do you want to know? I feel like this whole episode is kind of honeymoony, tips for it. First of all, I just want to make everybody go on a cruise. That is... Sorry.
I'm going to interview you.
Okay.
And we're going to throw some honeymoon tips in there along the way. You've done things a bit differently, which I want to talk about, and all of that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So who's those who don't know, Georgie and Brian got married
December 2022.
and you went on honeymoon
January 2024.
So that's approximately
Well, it's a year, really. I know the dates are 2 years apart, but it was New Year's Eve. Let's just say January 2023, we got married. We went on honeymoon a year later.
So a year later.
Yeah.
Is that the norm? Do you find a lot of couples do that? Was there a reason behind it? Give me the goss.
So many couples, I don't know if you get the same, go on honeymoon straight after their wedding.
Oh my God, legit. I had a couple the other day, left the venue at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, wow.
Mate, fuck that.
Wow.
Fuck that. I just don't think I would never want to. I get it. I get you've had all the stress and also you want to then go and do something fun. But I feel like you missed that whole after wedding buzz.
Okay. So my question to you, so you waited roughly around a year to go on honeymoon. What were the reasons why?
Reason one was, first of all, mine is slightly different because I can't really go in wedding season. I can't go in summer, so it doesn't really work that.
Can I just ask quickly, did you book your honeymoon?
No.
When did that get booked? Like, I need the deets.
Okay, sorry. Right. Go back slightly because we also went on a mini moon.
Yes.
So we got married on Saturday.
Yes.
We went to Paris on probably Thursday.
And that is where Georgie realised that she likes a baguette after sex.
I think I like a baguette all the time.
I bet you didn't think I'd remember that, did you?
I didn't. I fucking love a baguette. Don't you love a baguette? I think that's the best bread.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went on the Thursday.
Oui.
Oui baguette. And then I think, so we were probably there for 4 days maybe.
Yeah.
So the mini moon was definitely needed.
But why?
I do not understand how people have time to plan a wedding, have a job, have a child, have friends, have a social life, and also plan a honeymoon. I don't understand.
Did it have anything to do with funds?
No.
But sometimes it does.
Yes, yeah. I can see why it does, but there wasn't a conscious thing of, I don't think so. We wouldn't, well, that's a lie. We wouldn't be able to afford the holiday we had if we hadn't waited a year.
Do you mind saying how much you spent on your honeymoon?
Oh, I can find out for you. I'll find out. I'll get Brian on the case.
Roughly?
Brian? I think it was about 8,000.
Okay.
So it's
I feel like
chunk.
A lot of people spend around 8 to 10 grand on
I reckon it's 5 to 15. I reckon it's mad money.
I feel like a lot of people blow out on the honeymoon, like Maldives.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
I feel like the norm is that most people will then be having children. We didn't have that. So I think people are like, we're going to get our big final holiday out the way.
Make babies whilst on holiday.
And then make the babies there.
I'll practice whatever you want to do.
So we didn't need to practice for the babies. We had the babies.
Okay, fine. So we did Paddy.
But what we did do, just going back to the funds part of it, is that so we were putting, I think, something like £300 a month into our wedding fund. We continued to put that into our pot for the honeymoon.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have done it any differently in hindsight now, because we had an awesome honeymoon because we waited a year.
So you mentioned earlier about a bit of the feels, you know, like you waited a year.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy married life for the year?
Yeah, nothing's really changed.
Did you feel the spark again on the honeymoon? Was that nice?
Which honeymoon?
The second one.
No. We went with Isla.
Oh yeah.
No, that is actually a lie.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever done bits in front, like in the same room as Isla?
No.
Not even a little group?
No. Not in the same room as Isla.
Like throughout her whole life?
Nah, I just think it's a bit weird.
Yeah,
I think it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's also, I think it's illegal.
She was in kids club though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So she wasn't there.
So when she was in kids club, you got jiggy
we
with
had
it.
chance in kids club.
Jiggy with it.
The boat was amazing.
Praise the Lord for the kids club.
No, because my problem the whole time. We'll come back to this when we do the whole cruise bit. But like, she had a card to come back to our room, and there's no lock. So if she opens the room, she walks in, and I was like, "There's no way." Because Brian at one point was like, "Oh, that's it," and I was like, "No, she's literally gone to get a fucking drink."
Brian.
And I know he's quick. The boy's quick, but he's not that quick.
You devil. Do you know one day Isla's going to be able to listen to this?
I know. Enjoy that.
Sorry.
Cock blocked our honeymoon.
Okay, so we
Okay, so no, but going back to the feels, there was definitely more connection on our honeymoon than normal day-to-day life. I think everybody gets it when you go on holiday. I think you're just turned off from everything else in life, so you actually get to see each other. Turned on to each other. But you're chill. You're chill. We didn't have any other worries. We were just actually enjoying ourselves.
You kept sending me fucking videos. Oh, here's a cocktail. Hi, Beth. Having a good time. It's like, you fucking bitch. You bet you are. So let's talk about it. So you decided to go a year later.
Yep.
Was there a discussion on where you were going? Did you both know where? Don't talk about the fact you went on a cruise, but like location wise, was there discussion on what you wanted to do?
So we had we did this full circle thing. So we originally said we were going to go, first of all, we were like, I've got no idea. Absolutely no idea. Like, we want it to be a special holiday, but what's special? Like, because we've gone on cool holidays before, and we'll hopefully go on cool holidays.
Right, show off.
Woo, we're so rich. We've been to we've done cool places that I didn't know what was like next on my list.
All right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So then I was
boffin.
Don't call me that. It still triggers something. And then I was like, it feels a lot of pressure to try and pick
the one.
It's literally like picking the one. It's like saying, because when people say, where did you go on honeymoon? It's like important.
So what are three kind of key points you'd say make a great location for a honeymoon?
I think it needs to be somewhere that you have wanted to go. Like, I feel like you can't just pick a random place.
Yeah.
So I'll bring that into when we come back to why we actually went. But somewhere you actually want to go. I think somewhere that maybe is more expensive than other stuff, because if you're going to spend the money on your honeymoon, you're not going to do it other times. I think so.
You've surprised me by saying that.
Well, because my next holiday, it's not like, it's my honeymoon.
Special one, isn't it?
Yeah.
A special holiday.
And also because you had money, hopefully, towards it. We'd never had money towards it before. So actually, I feel like that money has to be spent and like shown that it's been spent. Does that sound so weird?
When like someone gives you money like Christmas and they're like, what
did
you buy with money?
I bought pants.
Yeah.
Like, no, I need to buy like a bag so you can see it. And tip number 3 would probably be looking at it together. I do think the process of booking a honeymoon is part of the honeymoon, like that going in together. So because we started looking online, so the plan A was South Africa. We're going to go to South Africa because that's where Brian's from, and I was like, cool, it's special, it means something to us, it will be expensive, it will be a cool holiday, we'll do the safari, we'll do all that stuff, blah 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 blah. So then we started looking at it and realized to go to all the places in South Africa we have to drive a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just don't want to die in South Africa.
Yeah.
I'm scared of South Africa. Brian's like, it's fine, and everybody tells me it's fine, and I get that. But I was still nervous of it, and I was like, I don't really want to be driving around a country that I don't know. I wouldn't feel comfortable driving around many countries. So we were like, it's going to take us hours to get to all these places, and I was like, I don't want to spend my honeymoon driving in a car. Like, that's not what I want. That's how we then got onto the idea of a cruise. I was like, oh my God, is there a cruise that goes down the bottom of South Africa?
Nice.
So we looked at that, and then the cruises that we found that do that were just a bit shit.
Oh,
just
really?
older shit.
Okay, fine.
Like, just not that
not the luxury
not
that
the
we
what-
not the
what we
luxury
want.
for the honeymoon for Mr.
Exactly.
and
Mr.
Mrs.
Frugal.
Mitchell.
Okay, all that. Spender. We'll call ourselves Mr. and Mrs. Spender for this one because we spent $1. So then we went into a travel agent's.
I love this, right? Because I think you don't usually go to a travel agent when you book a normal holiday.
It felt bougie.
If you book an expensive holiday, they usually give like a little gift box and a little champagne.
I wanted somebody to sit and look at options for me. I wanted ease.
Yep.
That's what we realised halfway through booking it all, that I was like, I just want the easy option.
Yeah.
I'll pay more for the easy option. I don't want to go to South Africa, figure out where we're driving. It'll be me that has to plan where we're staying each night, what we're doing every day, where we're going for lunch, dinner, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm tired.
CBA.
I'm so tired. So we went into Trail Finders, it's called. I'll shout them out. They were phenomenal. So helpful. Really nice people. And we were like, we either want to do South Africa or we want to do a cruise. And she was like, fine, any destinations for cruise? And I was like, no, do whatever. Like just somewhere cool. So we got the price for South Africa and it was the same sort of price as it was for the cruise. And then when we were looking at it, she was like, oh, there's a cruise that goes from New York to the Caribbean. And I was like, oh my God, I've never been to New York. I was like, I'd love to go to New York. I said, can we add some days on to New York at the start and then get on the cruise? She was like, yeah. I was like, oh. So this was where I was like, New York is somewhere that I've been desperate to go to. Mm-hmm. And then the cruise feels like the relaxing, chilled, sunny part of it.
Would you say you guys are like beachy, pooly people? Like, like when me and Jack go away, all inclusive, sit around the pool, do nothing kind of people.
The best holiday we've been on was like a really cheap shit holiday in Kos. Because it was all inclusive and we didn't do anything. We just sat by the pool.
So you wanted a bit more of like
we wanted a nicer version of that.
Nice version of your 18 to 30s cos.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Because we had
and a bit of a party then, yeah.
I like socializing. I like their stuff happening.
Yeah.
But I would rather pay up front and then everything feel free.
Agree.
I hate that thing of every bill coming. Okay, we have to pay for that. And then trying to be like, how much we spent, what have we done, blah, blah, blah. I just don't want to think about anything.
Yep.
I just want to be looked after.
Good. So we got to the cruise.
Got onto the idea of the cruise and then I was set.
Have you ever been on a cruise before?
No.
I feel like people have like a really like judge. I'd love to go on a cruise. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to. I feel like I'm one of those people though, because I love all the like entertainment. Like I love that. If I haven't got good entertainment at my hotel, I'm not happy. People are like, but you're really bougie. Like, do you not want just like jazz music in back? No. I want to see Aladdin. I want to see the freaking shows.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a theatre kid. It's like harp. When I was younger, I used to go to dance school. So that was my life.
Brian was on the fence about the whole cruise thing.
Okay.
I should have worked on cruise ships. I'm that person.
Yeah, you're that girl.
A cruise is like, when you have to do personality types, mine's a cruise.
So, obviously how did you decide that you wanted to bring your child on your honeymoon? Because I see some people that do, some people that don't.
So, a couple of reasons. First of all, I would not have enjoyed 2 weeks away without her.
Yep.
I just would have been, it's too much to ask of somebody else to look after for that long. I would have missed her. It's the longest we would have been away from her. We would not have enjoyed ourselves as much having left her somewhere. We would have been that would have been in the back of their head the whole time. Secondly, I watched a TikTok video and it was just this person that was like, I'm very conscious that we haven't got many years left of holidays together. She wouldn't want to come on holiday with us.
Yeah, when you hit that age.
We can do these holidays. Yeah. Like a honeymoon is just a title for this holiday that we're going on. It really doesn't fucking matter. Like it's not really anything different to another holiday.
Yeah.
We can go and do this. We've got, how old is she? 10. We've got another 10 years left with her like this, without her own stuff. We can go on a holiday every single year after that, just the two of us. And we'll never be able to go back to doing this. So
when you go on those holidays, she'll be having a house party at home.
Fine, like crack on, and I won't have to worry about you.
I love them. I love them parties. When people's parents are on holiday, you're like,
I don't know if I went to many house parties.
You were in Liquid.
The boffin, mate. Yeah. I was in Liquid. I was busy getting banned from Gloucester Town.
Okay, so right, we've decided that Isla's coming,
and it was a big holiday. Like when we decided she was coming when we first started looking at the South Africa option.
Yeah,
she was like, well, I'm not going to South Africa and not taking her,
and because you probably won't go again, maybe anytime soon.
So as we then started getting down more the cruise route, I was like, I just wanted to come. She's funny as well. Like she's good.
But I do think it matters on age. Because she is at an age where she understands, appreciates, and can take in the memories. Yes. And like you said, she's funny and bounce back with you.
Yes. And she can go to clubs. I would maybe...
Is there a certain age where you'd be like, maybe not?
But the problem is, if you want that longer holiday, you've got to take your kids.
Yeah.
You can't... Because if your child's younger, you can't leave a 2-year-old with somebody for 2 weeks. because you would literally worry the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
I just think find something that has the kids clubs.
Yep.
Like, bye.
Do you not care about putting her in kids clubs?
So
Does it ever make you nervous?
no. In fact, she didn't end up going to the kids club.
Just gives me Madeline McCann vibes.
She wasn't in a kids club. That was the problem.
Yeah, but like
I know what you mean. No, so we first started kids clubs when we did that Cos holiday.
Yeah.
And we were and she was a lot younger then, and I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about it. It's literally nursery on the thing. It's the same as dropping your kids at school every day. That you're on site, but also I'm on a boat. She can't go anywhere.
It'd be one of those. She gets lost on the boat. No one knows.
You can't get lost on a boat. That's just
It's like Home Alone.
I don't think he gets lost on a boat. He gets lost in New York City. No, I wouldn't worry about kids clubs. But also there's probably more rules in place than a normal nursery.
Yeah, fair.
Like they have check in, check out. She had a card.
Just ask him. Why are you frowning at me?
I don't know. It's because I'm questioning if I did, and I never.
No,
worried,
it's just like these questions that pop into my head.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have kids, so I don't know. But these are the things that I would ask.
No, I would feel very comfortable leaving a young child.
Yeah.
In a kids club.
So when booking a honeymoon, did you want sun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. I needed some sun.
Vitamin D.
Yeah.
Vitamin D?
Vitamin C.
Vitamin D? The vitamin D.
I didn't get any vitamin D. Is it vitamin C? I'm trying to think what's in sunny delight. Brian, what's this vitamin you get from the sun? D.
Hey,
D.
I was right.
Well done.
I thought you were smart, boffin.
You got to shout boffin at me for being stupid.
Boffin. Okay, fine. So we've got the cruise planned. Was it so it's easy booked, and then did you have to think about anything else, or?
So it was very stressful. Like, I've never been on a cruise. Yeah. I don't know what do I do? What's the rules? And then someone was like, how many formal nights have you got? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What's a formal night?
There's a program on Prime where it's like life behind the cruise and all of that. Like freaking love. Do you know at the bottom of the cruise there's one big corridor so you can get from A to B?
Is there?
Do you not watch any of this stuff?
No, I didn't.
I love it.
And I had to keep flicking past TikToks because there was some that was like, yo ho,
yo.
And I was like, no.
Yeah, I love them videos.
No, I didn't want to
I
see
love
them
them videos. It's horrible.
No, it was slightly confusing of like, I don't understand what I need to pack. And I'm like an overpacker. And Brian's like, why do we need more than one suitcase? I'm like, are you fucking joking me?
Did you get like, you know, when you booked something for a wedding, did you get any like, oh, did we make the right decision? Or I wish we were going here. Or like if someone said, oh, we're going to here for her, and be like, oh, I wish we thought of that. Like, did you get any of that? Like, you know, when you just like question your decision a little bit?
No, I think I was so excited about going on our first. I think even if we hadn't liked the cruise, it still would have been the memory of, oh yeah, we went on a cruise for our honeymoon. Yeah. And like, it's all of this weird pressure of like that being the best decision you make. Yeah. Same for the wedding, like who you pick for those things. It's only for in years to come when people say, where did you go for your honeymoon, that you know the answer. It's really weird. But no, I didn't, because we kind of just booked it and then left it, and that was really nice and not had to worry about it. And then it came to December and I was like, we've done nothing. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't bought any clothes. I've got bikini, not in season, none of that.
Okay. And what would you say you enjoyed most about the honeymoon?
Well, can I tell you what we did for the honeymoon?
Yeah.
Don't roll your eyes at me.
It's because I already know.
I know.
And I forget that people don't.
So we went to New York for 3 nights.
New York.
Have you been to New York?
Concrete? No, I'm dying to go. I want to go around Christmas.
I wouldn't.
I know, but everyone says that, but I still want to go.
It is madness.
I know.
It is like, we went in January. It is madness.
When you were there, I was like, oh, do you reckon I could try and pay someone to put like Unfiltered Bride on, you know, on the...
Mate, that would have been millions.
I was trying to.
On Times Square.
I was like, I wonder how much it would be. Like, I was Googling it, and then you were like, I was like, oh, how cool would that be? I could speak to Brian and be like, look, it's you.
Oh my God, I would really like that.
I mean, it did cross my mind, and then I was like trying to search, and I was like, fuck,
we got a tool to pay for.
I ain't got that much money. Brian would be like, no, I'll Photoshop it in.
Yeah. So we got there, we flew out, got there and just did everything. Like, I'm so glad. If anybody's thinking of doing like a city and then a chill, do the city first. Yeah. I'm so glad. If we'd done it when we got off the cruise, I would have been dead. Yeah. I would have been knackered. I wouldn't have been into it at all. So we'd come straight from doing loads of busy work and then straight into busy New York. It was nice to just carry on doing that. So we went and saw all the sights. The food. The bagel. I would drive back for the bagel.
I hear this.
The bagel and the banana pudding from that Magnolia Bakery were insane. Like, we just did a food tour.
Isla enjoy it?
Yeah, loved it. She loved it because it's all like TV stuff.
Friends
and like, yeah. So we did like the Times Square. We went and saw the Statue of Liberty.
Did you do any shows?
No, they are so expensive.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. You end up, you start to get carried away.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did you go to any fast food restaurants? Well, they're like large, it's like large.
No, I didn't notice any of that. No.
Oh.
We went to Olive Garden. You heard of Olive Garden?
No.
What? It's quite it's like Harvester of America, I think. But you get like unlimited big bowl of salad and then like these breadsticks. They're famous for these breadsticks, and the breadsticks were absolutely banging. But I get so confused by tipping in America.
Oh, so how much did you have to tip?
They just fucking make it up, but they put it on like it's not in England you tip because someone's done well.
Yeah, but they put the service charge now on England.
Yeah, true.
Similar to that.
But it's just a weird concept. So we went to Olive Garden, and it was actually the server was really bad. So we went to the till to say, can you take, we're not paying the tip. And she was like, what? I was like, he was rubbish. I'm not paying the tip. I'll pay off the food. I'll pay for the tax. I'll pay for all that stuff. But he got our food wrong. It was late. He delivered the thing. It was cold. Like all of these different things. Yeah.
Oh my God. So what did they say?
She took the thing off and then took 25% off the bill. They were so friendly. Americans are very friendly.
Did you feel like people were friendly? Like,
yeah.
Hey.
I thought they were friendly in New York until we got on the cruise. I'll come to that.
Bad?
No, so friendly.
They're even more friendly.
Oh my God. Like you walk into a lift and they'd be like,
leave me alone.
No, you love it. You'd love it. Because you're in that mood.
I'm not a person
It makes you in that mood.
Okay.
It makes you get in a lift and everyone's like, hi, you having a nice day? And you're like, yeah, thank you.
How about you?
Yeah, see you right.
I bet Isla was like, what? Mum, do you know them?
She literally loved it. What else did we do in New York, Bri? Just literally just did stuff every minute of it. It's so busy. You just have to keep going.
And then you went on the cruise.
So then we went over to New Jersey.
How far was that?
Half an hour taxi.
Yeah.
And then we parked outside this fucking hotel on water.
I still find this whole, like, it blows my mind.
You have to just not really think about
how ships work.
Mate, the amount of ship that was in the water was this much.
It's weird, isn't it?
The tip of it was in.
I just don't get it.
And then it was 16 floors, this ship. 16 stories.
But I will walk on the water and drown.
Jesus.
Do you know what I mean though? It's still baffling. I watched so many programs on it because I'm like, this is so cool.
I just don't understand because all I'd have to do is just tip it like that and then why isn't it tipping over?
Yo.
Yeah, if you think about it too much, it does get a bit freaky. I've just seen loads of stuff coming on socials now about people not realising how dark it is in the middle of the sea.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
It is dark.
In the middle of the sea.
It is
and
dark.
what if pirates came to get you?
I did worry about pirates, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Even though that's ridiculous.
No, on TikTok, they show the pirates coming.
What, to cruise ships though?
There's just all the time.
I think they go to, so I've watched, what's the film with the pirates? It's not Sully. Is it Sully? No, he's the one it's Tom Hanks. What's the film, Brian? It's a really good film.
Yo ho.
Captain Phillips. So he's on like a cargo ship though. That's what they come and
the
do,
cargo.
They get the money, yeah. But that film scared me. And obviously half of everything that I was worried about, I couldn't talk about it because I didn't want Isla to be worried about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So when we first got on and Brian was like, I'm a bit seasick. I was like, shut the fuck up. Don't even put that in her head.
Yeah.
It's not even a thing.
I saw Brian was a bit...
No, to be fair, the first day was weird because it was, you can feel it.
Yeah.
I never felt sick. Well, we bought tablets and stuff with us, didn't need them at all. But the first day you just get used to it and then it's fine. And then one day was rocky and there was like 20-foot waves.
Do you sleep like sound at night?
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Absolutely fine.
Rocking me to sleep.
Okay. So where were your stops on your cruise?
So we had 4 days at sea.
Yeah.
And then we stopped at St. Thomas, St. Martin, St. Lucia and St. Kitts.
Oh, St. Lucia, I learned about that at school.
What did you learn?
I had to do a presentation on it.
What did you learn?
And we had a St. Lucian day. We all wore like Caribbean tops.
You're so funny sometimes. You learned about that?
Primary school. I went to a great primary school.
Did you? It sounds good. Did they take you to St. Lucia?
Yeah.
Should have.
It was a Church of England school actually. It's bloody brilliant.
Is it? What primary school did you
St. Mark's Junior, CAV.
Okay.
I had infant, junior, and then secondary school.
I went from a big junior school. So I had infants, juniors, but it was like 300 kids. And then I moved to a different place in Gloucester. I went to a different school and there was 30 kids, but it was year 5 and 6 together in a classroom. And I was like, oh, this.
Yeah, there's
this
probably like
weird.
25 kids in a class.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. St. Lucia. Yeah. So basically the ship would stop in the morning.
Yeah.
We'd wake up in the morning and we would be at port in one of these islands.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is it true if you're late for the thing, they're going to go without you?
Yes.
Did you like, did that panic you?
Yes.
I'm like,
yeah. But so we booked excursions through the ship.
Yeah.
Which means they have to wait for you.
Oh, that's
if
good
they've
then.
organised the excursion and something went wrong, they've got to wait for us to come back.
Okay, fine.
But we heard, like, you would hear on the tannoys, like, Mr. and Mrs. blah, 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 please come to the thing, blah, 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 blah. Clearly being like, if you're here, come and let us know. And Brian was, what are they called, Bri? When people are trying to, when they're trying to run and get on the ship. What's the platform called where you walk off? Pier. What do they call it? And everybody goes up to the top of the ship and watches people basically have missed their things.
I would love to see you running for that ship.
So I would
love it.
And Brian was like, one day we should go and watch it. And I was like, no, I will actually be so upset. But somebody that we met on there were like, oh, one of the other cruises we went on, the 2 people were running and they were literally shouting, our kids are on there.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Did they let them on?
No, the ship's moving.
What'd you do? Our kids are on there.
I know. And I was like, that like broke my heart. I was like, I can't. But first of all,
why are your kids on there and you not?
Yeah, but you can leave them in kids club and go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're looked after. But for us, if like on the one day that we didn't have an excursion, we told ourselves we had to be back an hour before we even had to be back. So but you get stuck in traffic, like.
Oh, that stresses me
that's
out.
what I mean. So if you were nervous, I just wouldn't go far from your ship. But you come into a port and it's like
How long do you get?
Depends on the different places. So one of them, we got there at 7:30 and we didn't have to get back on the ship until 6 p.m. The other one was like 2:30 p.m. because we had to then go to the next one. But it's called something. It's called something when you're literally like waving them like, bye, you missed it.
Oh,
that
God,
hurts.
imagine being that person.
But you then either have to try and get a flight over to the next island.
Yeah.
But if you've missed the last island, you got to fly home and then just wait to get your stuff off the ship.
Oh, that's muggy.
But you can literally hear it on the tannoy then being like, is blah, blah, blah. And so there are people that are not on the ship. And I'm like, all your stuff. So what they do is they go into the room and they take the passport out of the safe for you, and then they give it to the person on the dock. And then when they run to try and get to the thing, they're like, you've missed it, but here's your passport.
Oh,
I don't want that to scare anyone about cruising though, because you just make sure you don't miss it. You just don't miss the thing.
Wow. So you had the most amazing time.
Yeah. So we did
all the islands.
Turtles, swam with stingrays. We did a dolphin experience thing. We did got on a catamaran. We went around Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Did you?
Yeah. So Brian basically cried that he was having a great time because we were coming back from snorkeling or something, and they were like, oh, do you know Jeffrey Epstein? And Brian's obviously watched a documentary and likes all that sort of stuff. And they were like, that's his island. And Brian was like, shut the fuck up. So we literally went into it and around the thing, and it's mad to see it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
beautiful island. Don't get me wrong.
I can imagine.
But the people that have been on that island.
Wild. Any regrets?
Oh, that's a good question. No. There's things that we've learned from if we will be doing another cruise. I'm literally going to book it this week. Just we wouldn't get a drinks package. We would just pay for drinks because we don't drink that much.
Oh, really?
To get the alcohol package is $750
each altogether. Oh,
and
wow, that's quite a lot.
It's 11 days though, so
70 quid a day.
Yeah, which if you're drinking all day long,
yeah,
you'll spend that. But we don't. I definitely wouldn't drink. I drink 2 cocktails, and that would do.
Do you know what makes me laugh? On tour, you lot would you fucking down these drinks. If you based it on the
because it's a night out, I can do that every night.
We're going back to back this week. Well, last week.
What week are we on?
We went back to back.
Yeah, but
you drink more than me.
I can drink, but I don't drink.
Is that because you're with Isla?
Yeah, I would never get. Me and Brian together wouldn't get really drunk, and have Isla with us. I think it's illegal anyway. But I wouldn't ever want to get to it where we're both pissed. Yeah. But I'm not really a day drinker. I don't need to drink all day long. So I would rather just pay for our drinks as we go. So we would then just get cocktails as and when we want a cocktail.
Fair.
So that's what we've learned. We've learned I would pack stuff slightly differently. I wouldn't need as much stuff. But every hour of the cruise, there is probably 10 things you could be doing.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
I just love that. Me and Isla went to penguin origami class. We went to a friends quiz. We went to karaoke. We went to see proper shows in the theatre bit. We went and did the game shows that they host. Or you can go to nothing.
Yeah.
Or you can just go and sit by the pool every day.
Yeah.
And the food is incredible, and there's so much food, and everything is we first got on and we were like, there was like a pizza restaurant and we were like, oh, because some of them, they're like specialty dining. You can pay more to go to these things. So we went in and we were like, oh, is this included? Like, yeah, come and grab some pizza and sit down. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like every minute of every day, there's food available. Oh, cookies. No wonder I put on some weight. But if you've got kids, especially like Isla's age, there's just like so much freedom. She just went off and played with her mates. She can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
She can't get off the ship, literally in the middle of the ocean.
Okay, so...
And there's fucking bumper cars, Beth.
I want to go on a cruise. I've wanted to go on a cruise anyway, but now I want to go on even more.
Honestly, I cannot recommend it enough.
But do you feel like, what do you think people struggle with the most is when booking honeymoons and looking at honeymoons? Like, what kind of conversations are you having with people where you're like, this is what you need to help with? Or
I think a lot of it is money. First of all, when you're asking for gifts towards your honeymoon, you don't know how much you're getting.
Yeah.
We sat to work out how much can we spend on a honeymoon, which I think is one of the reasons we didn't book it straight away, because I was like, I literally have no idea.
Yeah.
You can say how many people are coming. Let's assume everyone gives 50 quid, I don't know, and then work it out like that, but you have no idea.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a difficulty of it. I think there's a lot of financial burden then going from your wedding day to that. I also think after your wedding, you've got a lot of stuff to sort out. And
it's not also, we're quite lucky because we're all self-employed.
Yeah.
Like even Jack is self-employed,
so
we could do 4 weeks if we wanted to.
Yeah.
But you want time off for the wedding, then the wedding, then you want like minimum like.
And you don't want to go back to work and then go on the honeymoon.
Yeah, and you want
a week.
You want 2 weeks honeymoon
100%.
usually.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, you need a month off.
Yeah, and that's not. I wouldn't be able to take a month off now.
No.
Yeah, I think time off is a tricky one.
Yeah.
I also think you've got to then think about the time of year for where you're going on holiday. We obviously, Caribbean was still nice in January, but like January is a good time of year for us to be going away.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. But yeah, both of you.
Brian says, yeah. We had a great time. Yeah, yeah. Why? What were you doing?
Fuck you.
Who does a tour in January? But I tell you what was difficult is school. Isla missed school.
Did you get fined?
Well, not yet, but I'm sure.
How much do you get fined if it's
£60 per parent?
Is that it?
Yeah.
So it's not £6 a day.
No.
It's 120 quid.
Yeah.
Well, you'd save that by going in term time,
Yeah,
wouldn't you? And that's what makes it so ridiculous.
The bit that annoys me is that she's never had a day off. She's got 100% attendance, and we want to go on something
Not
like
anymore.
This. Not anymore, bitches.
She's lost that certificate.
I know. But she never got the certificate the year that she did get 100% attendance. So I was like, oh, fuck you guys. But there were so many teacher strikes that she'd had so many days off.
You tell him, girl.
I will tell him, girl. Maybe some
him.
teachers listen to this. There will be teachers that listen to this, actually. So you guys have got to worry about trying to do... That maybe is why some people do go straight from wedding to honeymoon.
How do you feel about taking kids out of school for the wedding?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
I just... you've got to be smart. Like, we would never take her out.
Did you tell the school?
Yeah.
What did they say?
We requested it. And I just said, look, this is... In my industry, I can't go in. So, blah, 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 and they were like, denied. I was like, okay, thank you. We're still going.
Denied.
But she learned
life
learned
experience,
so
isn't
much
it? Like kid, like people skills and like Americans, like so different.
Oh my God. This is what I want to say. I cannot express to you how friendly the entire thing was.
Yeah.
You could leave your stuff. I could have left my phone on the table for 3 days and nobody would have touched it.
Yeah.
It was just felt really safe. I think it's because everyone knows that they're going to have to see each other every day for the next 11 days. So everyone is just so friendly. And like we would sit for breakfast. It was a lot of Americans, obviously, because we went from America. But Isla would be eating Marmite in the morning. And they would come over and be like, oh my God, what is that? We're like, oh, try it. Like, it's Marmite, try it. And they were like, oh my God, this is just the best thing ever.
I love
my
Marmite.
American accent's terrible. But just like, just nice. You could have had a conversation with anyone. We were playing games one night and somebody came over and they're like, do you mind if we play with you?
Oh,
of course you can.
Cute. Love that.
Play bananagrams with us.
I love that.
Bananagrams.
Okay.
Definitely. Like, I can't speak highly enough. It was a Royal Caribbean cruise that we went on. I haven't tried all the other ships. I will try all the other ships and I'll let you know.
Perfect. So when it comes to booking a honeymoon then, give me 3 top tips on what to do, consider when planning or booking your honeymoon.
Okay, tip number 1, in my opinion, is to give yourself a break between the wedding and the honeymoon.
Yep.
Enjoy that next couple of weeks, the buzz of the wedding. You're getting your photos back, you're getting your video, like everyone's talking about it, you're having a nice time. Maybe do a little mini moon, maybe pop to Cornwall, like just have some time, just the two of you, but don't rush into making decisions about your big honeymoon when you're trying to also plan a wedding. Tip number 2 is, again, being realistic with budget. do not stretch yourselves. Like in my opinion, it's better to have the wedding you really want to have and then wait a year and have the honeymoon you really want to have, rather than trying to do them both half-assed.
Especially if you're asking for money for your honeymoon.
Exactly.
Always helps.
Yeah.
And takes the pressure off.
100%. And then tip number 3 is I would try and think of the ways to make it feel different to a normal holiday. So like going to the travel agent was nice for us. We made sure that we sat and had more cocktails than we would normally have. Like we just made a bit more effort with all of those things. We booked excursions so that we could literally be like, the first time we saw dolphins was on our honeymoon. Like try and make memories.
Bit like a wedding. When you say sometimes you have to create the feels.
Yeah. But again, trying to do the honeymoon at the same time as the wedding is stressful, and you don't want to put that burden on yourselves all at the same time. Like I don't think people do their wedding and just be like, I just can't wait to go on my honeymoon now. I just want to get it done.
What's the like, I don't even have to Google this because we're a bit young, youngsters over here. What's the, not the theory, but what is the tradition of jetting straight off to honeymoon? Because usually you get married, then you like old school, it's like marriage, then you move into your own house. And I don't know if that's part of the process and people decorate your house, and like it was more of a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
like
a lot of it is more
like trash in your house.
Yeah, a lot of it was like the fact that people hadn't slept together before. They were moving in together. They were they're going on for the children. I think it's the
honeymoon
blowout.
is the
honeymoon.
Get jiggy with it.
I wonder how much. Yeah, like if we didn't have Isla with us, I think it would have been more
sexy,
honeymoony.
Yeah, but Paris was quite honeymoony, wasn't it?
Paris was the honeymoon, that side of it. What were we doing? I don't remember doing that bit.
Oui baguette.
Oui baguette.
Baguette. What's sexy in French?
I don't know. What's voulez-vous coucher avec moi? I want to have sex with. Oh, something have sex with. Why do couples go on honeymoon? See, there's a lot of things saying it's practical to postpone your wedding, postpone your honeymoon after your wedding. What would you do? If you had to pick right now, what would be your honeymoon?
I think it's different for us because if I was getting married anytime soon, hint, hint, Jack, because it's like, for us right now, it's like marriage or kids, whichever one happens first.
Yeah.
It's going to happen and we're going to roll with it. Whereas, why are you looking like that? Why are you looking like that?
Okay.
What?
Are you going to try and have a baby?
No, we've got to have sex for that.
Maybe you need the honeymoon.
I work in weddings, don't you know?
Mate, there's no weddings at the moment.
You joking me?
No.
Got a wedding this weekend, love.
Oh.
And you had one last weekend when you were on tour.
I had 2 when I've not been here. So for my girls, 2 got 2 weddings.
I think that's quite difficult for us because I think if we got married now, we then go on honeymoon quite quickly because then we'd look at stuff, and that is quite
that's
the norm for
fair.
Quite a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess that's a very valid point that I hadn't thought about.
Because you broke the rules.
I know. Do you know what? I'm so fucking glad I did it like this.
But that's like most people will go quite quickly.
How do you fit so much stuff in? Yeah.
Because then you want to start for a family. Because if you wait another year and then it's like, would you want to be pregnant on your honeymoon? Because I'd want a mini moon. I want a baby moon.
Yeah. I never got that.
You see all those cute pics of them on the beach with their little bum.
So what's the perfect timeline then? Because my other problem is I wouldn't want to get married too young.
I don't think there is a perfect timeline. I don't think we can do that. I think everyone's life's completely different.
Because I also think a year between the wedding and the honeymoon is wonderful. Maybe 6 months then. Maybe it's a 6-month thing.
Yeah.
And if you're pregnant on your honeymoon, so be it.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so difficult, isn't it? This is what men don't understand. There's a timeline on women.
Yeah.
There's not a timeline on men as much at all.
For sure.
Well, there definitely isn't because they can keep making babies till whenever. So difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
So tricky.
Tricky, baby.
So sorry, where would you go on honeymoon if you had to pick right now?
Probably Maldives.
Yeah. Would you just want to chill?
I'm like a basic bitch, you know, that kind of like.
Yeah, but then I would still call myself a basic bitch because I was thinking about the cruising stuff, and the whole reason we liked the cruise is because it drops you off. We go and see the place, we get back on the boat, and we enjoy the rest of the night.
I would not call someone who goes on a cruise a basic bitch.
No,
just FYI.
No, wait, let me. But I'm not like, I'm not your traveling
You were doing fucking karaoke, friends quizzes.
The best.
Basic
honestly.
bitch to me is cocktails on the beach, like butler coming to bring me a drink. Like that's kind of like I want to be spoiled.
Yeah, but you're so looked after. Oh my god, no, you're spoiled on a cruise.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Like I had fucking animals made out of my towels every day, but like they would come every morning. So Ida was obviously on a sofa bed.
I'd like something a bit more private.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
See, I like being around
like
people.
My private pool. But I'd like to do something bigger, like en route, like you know, like a long haul flight, stop over at like in Dubai because like we love Dubai.
Yeah, that's your basic bitch. Yeah,
yeah. Basic bitch is my honeymoon.
Basic
Dubai
bougie bitch you are.
to Maldives.
Yeah. And
I don't really want to talk to anyone.
See, but again, it might be the fact me and Brian have been together a long time. We like being around other people. We like that's what gets us chatting.
Jack's like that. I'm not that.
No, do you not like being?
But we make friends every holiday though.
Yeah, I
like
know
I'm
you
best
do.
friends with people who I've made on holiday.
So what are you moaning about?
But I feel like not on my honeymoon. But then I've seen people on honeymoon make friends with other honeymooners, and I love it. But like I feel like if you were all going to the same place, you kind of get each other's vibe.
I just loved it. I think I'm only going to cruise from now on.
Did you meet anyone on the cruise that was on the honeymoon?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes. And I also would like to say that somebody came over to me and was like, you helped do my whole wedding. And I was like, this is so sweet.
That's nice.
I was like, we're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and somebody knows who I am. It's amazing. But yeah, obviously the time that we went and a cruise, there's a lot of older people.
Yeah.
But you
go with it.
Yeah. They're so
Still
nice.
fun.
And do you know what? It's really nice to talk to people and hear their like stories. We're talking to some lady and she's like, you get a point for every day that you've been on a cruise and we're on 500 points. And I was like, you jammy fucker.
Nice.
Love it.
I have a bitch from a bride.
Do you?
Is that the time of the show?
Let me think if I've got anything else cruise worthy. No. I'll do some videos I'm still meant to make the videos.
Okay.
I will do it.
I've got a shocking bitches from a bride, and it starts by saying shocking in capital letters.
Do I need to get comfy?
Hey ladies.
Yeah.
I'm a June 2024 bride, loving all of the podcast episodes, so I've had some major bridesmaids drama. I will start from the beginning. My best friends are identical mirror twins, and I asked them to be my joint maid of honours.
First of all, that's a bit weird.
Do you think?
Yeah. Can you be friends with both twins?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
They seemed very excited about the wedding. My fiance is also best friends with their boyfriend. Yep, you heard that.
Their boyfriend?
Yep, you heard that right. They share a boyfriend.
No, fuck off.
Each to their own. ... Like this girl.
First of all,
has written this bitches from a bride perfectly. Like,
but.
I've got emojis.
Wait. Brian, if there was an opportunity to have one of me or two of me,
you'd have two.
No, you fucking wouldn't.
100% you would.
No, you wouldn't.
Because when one was annoying,
one is enough. One is plenty. Brian said to talk to you, but I can't imagine that's why he's doing it.
Okay. Ready? Anyhow, my fiance asked him, their boyfriend, to be one of his best men. So it was all good and exciting. I mentioned to the twins that we had the cottage at the venue the night before the wedding. This included a hot tub, free food and drink and everything. The girls then proceeded to tell me they don't know what they're doing the night before the wedding. This upset me, but I moved on, but things started to tense up in their relationship with their shared boyfriend. They aren't They aren't doing well in their relationship, and girls they aren't doing well in their relationship. The girls just won't do anything or go out anywhere unless it's for work. They've been fighting a lot over having children. The girls also have a lot of issues with germs and hygiene. To give some context to bits later on, they're scared of having children and he wants to have them naturally. So this has been their argument and issue, along with a lot of other things. So basically are not on the same page anymore. Also, yes, Beth, before you ask any more questions, anything you are thinking, yes, they probably do or definitely do it together. Aubergine emoji. I love it already. This is what we need.
Is there a question or should just tell us all this?
Still going.
I mean, I'm enjoying the story.
So they break up and we are left with the guy wanting to move in with us as he has no place to stay. He's around at ours asking for advice and all ranting whilst I'm wedding planning with the girls, oblivious as they didn't tell me at the time. I talked to the girls about hair and makeup. They refused to have anyone I had because of the germs and hygiene. I thought they were acting up and this is weird of them, but agreed to look, but their artist was out of my budget. 3,000 over my budget. So the compromise was for me to agree to buy brand new makeup brushes, all in their boxes of their choice for them on the day. They reluctantly agreed, but then said they would probably do their own hair and makeup. Cut to an evening when their boyfriend is at our house, moaning about them. My partner says, "Come on, mate, you're a good looking lad. Anyone would be lucky to have your babies." And I agreed, just because he was so sad and we were consoling a friend in our home. The boyfriend... And I would now and then would have chats with, just saying it would be okay and just advice. Then they get back together. Stupid may I add, as I'm keeping the whole thing very PG about what happened. And the girls went through his messages with me whilst he was asleep.
Hold on. The girls went through his messages
whilst he was asleep.
Okay.
I then get a snotty message from them saying that I said that he didn't deserve them and he could do much better and anyone would be lucky to have his babies.
Oh, the two
girlfriends.
The girls read his messages to the bride.
Yep.
And she's saying,
You're lucky,
you can have anyone.
Oh, you're a good looking lad, anyone would be lucky to have a baby. I never said this at all, may I add, but quite frankly, now I do think it is true.
Yeah, but it's on a text, gal.
But I never said it, which is the point. After them calling me loads of names, despite their boyfriend calling them out and saying it was clearly not what was said about them and there's no evidence of that, they didn't listen to anyone and built up these lies in their head. So I politely binned them off as my bridesmaids, asking them for their dresses back. They saw this message and blocked me on everything. I kept pestering the boyfriend to get the dresses for me, and I have to return them, and they refused to give it to him. A month goes by, and I'm
still together?
I don't know. A month goes by, and I'm like, I need them back to get the money back. And I messaged them on a platform they didn't block me on. And they said they never knew I wanted them back, and it's the first they heard of it. Turns out they kept them so I couldn't get a refund or credit for them. But they called me lots of names, but jokes on them because I know their boyfriend goes out on the town with my brother, and all I get all the time is saying he's grinding and flirting with other girls. Little big rant story over. Sorry it wasn't all cohesive. I'm dyslexic and struggling at this, but thought you'd find this interesting / odd. Wow. What a story.
Okay.
I think she's coming to the tour.
Because she come on stage and okay. The red flags are there at the start, aren't they? Sharing the boyfriends.
That's just wild.
That's weird, that, isn't it? That's why would you want to do that with your sister?
Must have the same.
Is it a twin thing?
Because you do see identical twins go for
I know. And then they have identical twins.
I also feel that's weird. Like if you had an identical twin, I'd be like, do you think my sister's fitter than me?
Well, I would forever be like, if you don't know the difference between us, then you think she's fit.
You obviously fancy her because you fancy me.
Yeah.
And if you don't fancy her, then you obviously don't. You say, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you'd be like, is my sister fit? And they'd be like,
you
no.
could
like,
never win. The things you do with Brian, you ask those questions with Brian, the trick questions. He would never win if you're an identical
Brian,
twin.
do you think my brother's fit? Yeah, he does. So you're gay then? Because my brother looks at me. So how'd you win in that situation?
You opened a whole.
My brother's a bold version of me.
There we go. It wasn't really a bitch from a bride, but yeah,
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. We went from cruising with old people to threesomes with sisters.
What an episode!
What is the wedding world, eh? What is the wedding world? Madness. Okay. Well, that was a fun episode. If anybody wants to sponsor me to go on free cruises,
yeah.
Should we film a podcast episode on a cruise?
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen, isn't it?
Why?
Brian be like, no, the ship's moving. I feel sick.
I'm gonna manifest.
Brian was mean earlier, so that's why we.
Yeah, I know. We're a bit mad at Brian.
Love you, Brian.
Yeah.
Remember this
It's
when you edit
lot. Do you know what? It's a lot. It's weird because we spent 2 weeks together.
Yeah.
And then we come back and we realised that the 2 weeks we spent together were blissful because we were doing nothing.
Yeah.
And we were trying to decide each day if we were going to be having a bagel for breakfast or the omelette station that was that was our hardest decision.
They're the biggest decisions.
Big decisions. And then we came back and it's like, oh fuck, all of the work was waiting for us. And we were like, when we come back, we're going to try and do this and we're going to make time for this. And then bam.
And then I just threw it all at you.
Yeah. Straight back into normal life. So I would also say to people to just consider that. See, I don't know if when people split up, when a lot of people split up within that first year, is that because they go and do the fun wedding, they go on the honeymoon and then they come back and then they're just like, bam, here's normal life. Enjoy that.
But I feel like my life's mundane at the moment. You can't get any mundaner.
Yeah. So, you're joking? Are you joking?
No, between me and Jack.
Okay, fine. I was going to say 4 times this year you've had people screaming your name.
No, but as a relationship, it's
no holidays
we
planned,
both work so goddamn hard. It's we don't talk. When we at home, it's sit in front of the telly, don't want to talk to each other. We talk to people. I talk to people all day.
Yeah.
Whereas he wants to come in and yappa, and I'm like, yep, Shanice. Shut your mouth. Oh. All I'm hearing is yappa.
Yeah, I said relationships are a lot, man. A lot.
So did you feel any like different after honeymoon, or was it just no?
We both realised that we really like routine, so we really enjoyed a holiday, and we've decided.
I thought you were going to say we both really like each other.
We just really love each other, and we're just so made for each other. No, but like genuinely, like we really enjoyed our time. We're going to make sure that we have a nice holiday every year like that, so that we actually get to fully turn off.
Honeymoon every year then.
Yeah, and then we'll deal with the normal life because we'll be looking forward to our honeymoon. But we like routine. We like the mundane life. You know that. That was the theme of our wedding.
There we go.
Mundane love.
Love it.
For all you lovers out there.
For all you lovers out there on the hotline.
Clips for you.
Do you remember that, like on the radio?
Yeah, I used to listen to Late Night Love. I'm sure it was on Heart FM. I used to love it, and I used to put it under my pillow. Yeah, because my mum and dad would have killed me because it was on really late.
What did they talk about?
It was people ring. I wonder if this is subconsciously why I'm doing the podcast. People would ring in with their problems.
Late Night Love.
Do you not remember Late Night Love?
Late Night Love song playlist.
No, it must have been in like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's on the radio.
Oh, on that note, should we end the episode?
Here's to all you lovers out there. Just remember that if you don't love yourself, no one ever will. She's like the wind.
Enjoy. This
Good night.
This one's for you, Georgie. I've loved you my whole life. Brian, I'm sorry.
Fuck off.
She's like the wind.
Bye.
Through my tree. She rides the night.